All opinions expressed by the program participants are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Upscale Love for You. The program participants' opinions are based on the information that they consider from their own knowledge. No expressions or accuracy is related to Upscale Love for You.
Je ben God aan mijn best life, yeah. Je ben God aan mijn best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh. Je ben God aan mijn best life, yeah. Jumping, flexing,
Yes, I did say that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Dr. Fab, I'm going to turn it over to you. Guys, thank you so much. Everybody's answers were just so awesome and thought-provoking. I really love that.
Okay, well, she got the core elements, your 3 core elements. I am coming in a different manner because I always feel like people are very visual. But if your blinders were on and you could not see this individual that you created or is creating, I want everybody to think that they're blind like Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, whomever you want to be. And if we go back and we think about the movie that they did with Ray Charles, he always took his hand and felt the woman's wrist to try to figure out if she was fluffy, if she was thin, or whatever. Because you know what? If you can't see this person, let's see how we will build this person. So I'm going to start with Heather. Heather, I want you to.
Answer the question again.
My question is, you gave them the 3 core elements.
Right.
Okay, and they can see this person because
Okay.
everybody came up, they wanted to have certain, even myself. But if I was a blind person and I couldn't see nothing, all I could go on was what they're saying, what I'm smelling. We're going to use all of our other
senses besides sight.
Other senses besides visual.
Okay.
And I'm going to advance. We went from 3, we're now enhancing to 5. So I have a hand up, Chocolate Pearl. You're blind, but you're creating your perfect person. You've never seen them a day in your life. You can only go by your intuition, what you smell, what you hear, and basically what you taste if you want to add some tasters in there. Okay?
Yeah. So when
this girl gonna bust her stitches. You better be quiet.
When did you go blind? When did you go blind?
They never even seen you, Douglas. We're trying to take the physical out from the visual.
Well, let me answer it, Douglas, and maybe you'll understand. Okay, so my first one on the top, I'm like my brother, the intelligence of your conversation.
Yes, yes.
That is very attractive to me. You will turn me on by a good conversation. The other one would be, well, I would like for you, because when you lose one sense, the other senses become stronger. So you need to smell good at all times. I got a strong nose without, with me seeing. So imagine me being blind and can't see. So that's going to enhance. So, so you got the conversation, the intelligence. I still want you to be physically fit.
Now, how would you tell? How could you tell? You gonna rub their stomach? You gonna
touch their body, baby.
You gonna?
You said we could feel anywhere.
You said we can touch them.
Oh yeah, you can. You can touch. You can taste. You can smell.
I can touch your body. See if you got a pot belly. I can touch your body if your butt flat. I can touch that now. See if you got some muscles. See if you got the muscles going on. Still, I want a beard and the bald head in the beard. I'm sorry, I could touch that.
Okay,
I could touch that.
So,
yeah, child.
Her elements were.
Hey! This is an unrealistic question, because if you never had the gift of sight, you don't know how all that fits in.
And you're kind of making what you want.
Believe it or not,
you're creating your person, Douglas. You never played make-believe.
You can, your other sites can give you a good sight picture of what's up on differences.
That's
Um,
right.
Ray Charles Robinson lost his sight at a very early age.
That's right.
So he
Right,
was
right.
he was
That's specifically why I asked, because he saw his mom was slim and looked good, so he equated the small wrist with looking good. So he had something to base going forward on.
But
But if he was
that's not
blind, you have no reference point.
Yeah,
that's not
but
necessarily
that,
So
true,
it's like when you
Douglas.
build you a milkshake, you put what you want in it. So what they're telling us is to build the man that you want or the person that you want.
Unrealistic question. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, well, Douglas.
Don't answer it.
Oh, okay.
okay. I guess I don't get to finish, but
Go
because Douglas
ahead,
done took
Chocolate
the
Pearl,
thrill out of the whole
and
thing.
finish.
But I understand what Douglas is saying. But if you think about it, what he said, when my brother brought up the fact of Ray Charles, how he was able to identify if a person was attractive to him. That's what attracted to him, because they probably wasn't as attractive in their face, but they were the weights that and the feel of what he wanted or what he thought was attractive. So what I think is attractive, the first thing that attracts me to someone is that conversation. Then I did add in, I would like, because if I get close to you, if I touch you and you give me a hug or something, blind or no blind, you still wouldn't feel their body, their physique. The other one, I wanted to make sure that they had a bald head and a beard. I can touch that on your head. I can touch that on your face. If you lean down and kiss me, I can tell you have a beard. If it gets passionate, some women touch the person's head. So that is
okay.
realistic.
Let me bring it all the way back for Douglas. Douglas, what I was actually trying to get everyone to do, even though you may have your favorites and what you want, bald hair, beard, this and that and the other, but I want you to build your person. I want you to build your person with something more than just, I think we got some background noises need to be muted. But
Kim, can you mute your phone?
The police department.
Kim,
Oh
can you
Lord.
mute your phone?
Dr. Feelgood, can I get you to thank you? All right. So what I'm trying to get you all to understand, sometimes with men and women, we bring a lot to the table when we're looking for a mate. The key thing is you're looking visually, but I want you to go beyond the visual to tell me what you, just like with conversation, when it's a blind date, a complete blind date, and you're talking to this person, you're getting to know them. Chocolate Pearl said the communication, the intelligence, the intellect is something that would turn her on. She felt the bald head. She wanted to go with that. She can feel the beard. She can feel their body. But if we take all the elements out of how a person looks, what are some of the core elements that you're looking for to build your mate? So I'm gonna
So
come
you're
on
asking for non-physical characteristics.
non-physical features. So I'm going to ask Dr. Feelgood. Maybe he will zone in more in what I'm speaking on.
Farrah had her hand up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Farrah. My apologies.
Okay, from when I'm understanding, I typed it in a text. Me, I always was attracted to deep voices like Barry White or the State Farm agent guy on a commercial. The real deep, dark voices, like those type voices. Smooth skin.
Okay.
Again, smooth skin. And nice soft hair. It doesn't have to be like Indian hair or anything like that. Soft hair. It could be a thick fro that I got soft hair. It smells very nice. If you smell good, that attracts a lot of people, because I literally, if you smell like game on a bus, I'm going to smell you, and it's going you're going to feel like I'm coming on to you, because I'm low-key because you smell that good to me. So those are the physical aspirations that without looking or anything, those are the things that would attract me, especially the voice.
Gotcha. So you're on the train that I'm trying to get them on the track to. So with that being said, is there anyone else would like to tell me, like she said, the voice? When you're talking to someone, they can just pull you in and woo you with their voice. And then a person that can sing can really get my going. I love a person that can sing me a song, can serenade me. So I'm going to come over here. Is it Lakeisha? I can't remember how you pronounce it.
Lakesha.
Lakesha.
Hi, it's La Kesha.
Lakesha.
Yeah. For me, it would be I'll piggyback Farah. It has to be really soft and smooth. I do like hair as well. I'm not picky about that. Smell, of course, that is a plus. And I think that's about it. I mean, because all the other phenotypes, we're not, I mean, I can't see, I'm blind, so I'm not able to see your phenotypes at all, your nose, your lips, your eye color, or whatever.
Now
I'm
you
not,
say you can't see your lips, but you can take your finger and outline a person's lip to tell
yeah,
whether or not they have large lips, if they're succulent, thin lips. So you can do a lot with your hands.
as far as the touch and the sensing thing, right? I'm not too particular about the size of the lips or whatever, so I'm not going to be searching for that.
Okay.
It's more of a vibe that I'm trying to more pick up on, like the energy that would need
Okay.
to be there. And I think that's the number one thing for me.
Energy.
If I am blind, I would prefer to have those as my top runners.
Okay. Heather, you had your hand up and you took it down. Would you still like to share with me? Go ahead, Heather.
She's on mute.
Heather, you're on mute.
Oh, sure. I'm sorry, guys. I feel like I know Zoom and I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I agree with the other ladies. A calm voice does it for me. That deep voice, I love it. But just calm. It shows that, if something jumps off, I can hear some calmness because sometimes women can get hyped, sometimes men could get hyped, but seeing that there's some control just in conversation or if something arises. Just like chocolate pearl, intelligence, really good conversation, definitely down with that. Good breath. If you have bad breath and I could smell that because I can't see that, that's a problem for me. I don't know. I have a phobia with bad breath. Just a genuine and respectful embrace, like how a man holds you or hugs you, something that it just feels I just love and that was 4. And positive vibes. Like if you just have positive energy and you're coming from a positive place, even if the conversation turns dark, you find a way to bring it back to a positive place. So those are my 5.
All right. Well, thank you, Heather. I'm going to drop down to Andreen. Andreen, can you hear me?
Yes, Andreen? I can hear you. Yes.
Can you hear me? Would you like to share, Andreen? Because I haven't heard from you in a good long time. Welcome back.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, so I think this is hard because when I saw this week's topic, I was like, I don't think there's such a thing as perfection. So I don't know if I could come up with characteristics for perfect. So, I mean, I can come up with characteristics that I would like.
Okay.
And if I couldn't see and visually, it couldn't be a visual thing. I think the voice is definitely one of the things I think that I've noticed like lately, the voice, the soothingness of your voice. I think that's something where I don't have to see you, but depending on the voice, that would thing for me. Um, Other non-visual things, I mean, I don't know because you can't see some character. So it's hard hard. I don't know, but I think the voice is one of those things. I think you can hear character and you can hear sincerity sometimes in a person's voice. So I feel like that would be
Okay, I don't know what's happening, Andrine, but you're
Heather
losing.
gave her space herpes.
just figure.
Okay.
No, you didn't, Doctor.
No,
No, you didn't.
right.
Well, thank you, Andrine, for coming back on. I'm going to shoot this up to Millie. What can you give me, Millie? And then I'm going to take a man because I need to hear from Douglas again since he have to get so deep and profound about when the people turn blind and all of that good stuff. But anyway, Millie, come on and give it to me.
But where is
I would say-
Anson? What's going on? We need some male voices. What's good?
Anson gonna come on.
You're muted, Anson.
Let me take Millie first. Go ahead, Millie.
I'm just waiting and listening.
I would say for me, a very stimulating conversation where we can go from the White House to the poorhouse, back around to sexual if we need to. We can talk about any and all things, and it stimulates me when he's very intelligent and he can hold a decent conversation.
Definitely.
So that's one, would be one. I like the way when a man like embrace me. One of the young ladies said that the way he embraces me, and I need to know that if something jump off, he's going to be able to protect me, and I can just, without seeing his face, I already know he's going to step into action. So that would be one. And I like a man that stands up tall when he walk. I can just, even if I can't see it, I was walking alongside of him, I can feel it.
Okay.
So those are just some.
But I hear everyone saying the voice, but have someone ever spoke to you, even just in a hello, and it just automatically turned you off? It was just like hey, hey. You know, so that voice,
like he's 6
thing,
foot and then his voice is higher than mine.
Right.
It's like, what?
And you hear that element of
that pitch.
Now, if you don't stop it, if you don't,
or he say something stupid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that could be a big turn off. So I'm going to jump up to Anson, and then Douglas, get ready. Because we can't see you tonight. Maybe we can get it from your voice. Okay. Go ahead, Anson.
All right. I need to pick 5 things that's not physical.
Correct. If you were blind.
If I was blind, but I can still touch, correct?
You can touch.
Okay, so I'm a mouth man. I love a woman's mouth. Like, to me, that's very, very attractive. Most people like their breast guy or they or whatever, but I'm very attracted to a woman's mouth. Like a full set of lips is very attractive to me. So if I get the opportunity to feel them, then if they nice and full, now most likely I'm like, that's one. 2 would be smell, of course. You know, and I'm talking natural smell, not perfume sprayed all over. I'm talking like just her regular body odor is not a turn off. You know, because
now when you say just a regular body, or you mean after she's taken a bath, or even when she sweats, perspires, you want to smell the natural body odor?
I mean, of course, hygiene is important for all people, but as long as she don't have to, as long as she don't smell bad, without putting on some perfume.
Natural cocoa bean, baby. Natural cocoa bean.
Lotion or cocoa butter or something like that. Like, get it right.
Okay.
So natural body odor would be 2 for me. You said we could feel. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm an ass guy. I mean,
you're a lip and bottom guy, because you said lips and bottom. Okay.
Yeah, you know, but if I can feel something, when I put my hands on them, that's a plus for me. Definitely a plus for me. I don't want to have to go down a washboard. That's no. Um, let's see. I said touch, said smell. If she tastes good, that's a plus too. That's
Okay.
definitely a plus.
Yeah.
Definitely a plus. Um, as far as hearing, like I gotta be able to tolerate her voice. I've heard it's a lot of women I've heard that I just don't want to hear. You know, I just don't want to hear them talk. I don't care what they. I just want to hear their voice. So, is like if I can tolerate her voice, that's definitely a plus. Um, what's that for? I need one more. Um, let's see. I did touch. I did taste. I did sound, smell. Can't hear. I mean, can't see. Well, hey, if I can put my hands around her waist without feeling something protruding out farther than her behind, I'm good.
Oh,
I'm good.
she can't
Okay.
have booty
Well,
do.
Right,
thank
exactly.
you, thank
I
you.
was trying to be nice.
Okay, and we have another hand up. Kay, Dr. Feelgood, get ready. Kay, go ahead.
Okay, so the question again was 5 things if you can't see them,
Correct.
but you can be around them. Like
Right,
you
you can
just
touch them.
okay. So the first thing for me, if I was not able to see, it's gonna be the smell. So you got to smell fresh, clean, smell good. Um, so that's the first thing I'm gonna pick up on.
So if that's
Let's
good to say, everybody's into the pheromones to
Mm.
see the
uh
arousal of the body odor. Okay.
no, well, no, I want them to well put it like this. Of course, if you have nothing on and you smell good, you don't smell stink, that's a plus. But I'm was more talking as well as about a good smelling man for me,
Oh,
good
okay. Cologne.
cologne,
I got you. I
yeah,
got you.
good smelling. um
Savage. Oh my God.
I would I was gonna say number 2 would be height. I don't know how I can kind of judge that if I can't see, but I guess I can try to feel how far they're over there,
Taller you.
taller than me.
Mhm.
Um, so height, I'm 5'7", so yeah, you gotta be a little taller. You gotta be taller. Ideally, taller for me. Um, oh, and then the third thing I'm gonna be checking and feeling for is your build. So my preference is more a slim to medium average build of a guy. Not, I mean, I don't mind. They can be bigger, but just not really overweight.
Not fat.
Well, I was trying to be nice, Millie. Good Lord. I was trying to be nice about it. So that's I
Ooh.
think 3. Oh, and then I'm gonna be feeling. I need to feel hands. I don't like a guy who has unkept hands, meaning long nails. I can't see if they dirty, but you could feel if they long. I don't like long nails. I don't. So hands, and smoothness, right? There you go, Anson. Like good hands, not rough.
Try my best.
Right. That's something you can feel.
Mhm.
And also, I don't know if many of the ladies know about this or could agree with me. You could tell some things by the hands as well. So if
Mhm.
you
Mm.
okay. So if you know about the
Not
fingers and things
always.
like that. So I'm definitely feeling hands.
Okay.
Was that 5?
That was
Oh,
5. Thank you. Thank you.
all right.
And I want to welcome back all I see some new faces like Ebony, and it's some people I don't know, but welcome all of you. Welcome for returning. And guess what? You get that favorite feature now from Dr. Feelgood. So Dr. Feelgood is all on you. We waiting on you to bring it on home.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back again. I'm about to put a link in. I'm about to put 2 links in the form and into the chat. One's called the female body visualizer, and one's called the male body visualizer. This, you don't have to do it today, but just look at it, and then you can build it. It shows you how to build your own person.
Oh,
what
wow.
you consider your own person. It has height, weight, chest, waist, hips. That's for a woman, and they have a corresponding. I'm gonna send the corresponding one for a man, for the man in the second. But my biggest thing is that we talked about 3 things three things we want, 5 things that we couldn't see. Okay, now what I want from you guys is at least 2 personality traits. One good, one that you definitely want, a must-have, and one something you can work with, like your minimum criteria. Does that make sense? Because
something you can work with or can't work with.
Well, no, you can work with it, but that's like you're not going past that. Like
your minimum and your maximum, maybe.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. One's your maximum. You got to have it. The other one is, it's not the best, but I can work with it. And anything to the left, anything to the left of that is not good. Starting with you, Anson, what's one thing you have to have?
I gotta be with someone that's cooperative. Cooperation is a must. It's a requirement. I can't be with a difficult woman. Someone always complaining, always got a problem with something. That's enough for me. I gotta say goodbye. I mean, I guess the minimum personality requirement would be, I guess being messy. I guess that would be the minimum, the thing I would least like in a woman.
Yes.
I don't know women to be messy. I don't know if that is a general thing, but I wouldn't like to go visit someone I'm trying to be with and their house is dirty as hell.
Oh, messy like that, like unkept, like unclean, messy.
Right.
Okay, I thought you meant like messy, like.
Because if you don't clean,
and
yeah, like petty.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. Okay,
if
glad you cleared
you
that up.
ain't cleaning your house, you ain't cleaning your 8
Right.
double money
Body.
sign.
You don't clean your house, you don't clean your body. But I would say that would be probably that would be probably, maybe we could work on that or something like that. But if
that's
it ain't
something
no
you could work with.
Yeah, it might be something I could work with. But that would be the minimal thing that I would be maybe willing to work with. If she's a great person, but she just sloppy, we might could work on that.
Okay.
Sloppy.
Well, you could be sloppy, but not messy, nasty. That I get.
Not hygienically disgusting. No.
Junky.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Miss Bridget, tell me what's your gotta have personality wise, and what's something that you can work with.
I say what I gotta have is, I feel like somebody who's respectful to like everyone around him, including me. Like you just can't be a rude person and going rogue and being disrespectful. There's probably a lot of things that I would tolerate, but what I wouldn't is like negativity, pessimistic, like a complaining old man. And I want to say some not really nice words. Like no bitch assness. I can't do it. So, but there's other things. Well, yeah, like the clean thing is a thing for me. But generally, I try to gently nudge without overstepping. But if that doesn't work, it's usually a turn off. So I'm good.
Sandy, come on, talk to me, Sandy. What's one thing you gotta have, and one thing that's you can work with?
Let her know she on mute.
You're on mute, Sandy.
One thing I'm sorry. One thing I gotta have is patience. You know, not quick to react off his emotions. So that's a must. You know, just patience, and I think that comes with time, age, and experience. So he
Okay.
has to have that under his belt. And what was the other question?
What's one thing that you might not necessarily you could deal with? It's not a deal breaker, but you're willing to work with it, but not ideal.
Not ideal, but I'm willing to work with is he busts quick. If he busts quick, I feel like we could probably work through that.
I don't want no minute man.
Yeah, I was about to say that's what came to my mind too. 1 minute man.
Sandy,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
Dr. Fabulous, I'm very inquisitive. I'm not going to say nosy, but the last time you were on, you
Yeah.
had just gotten into a little relationship, all
Yeah.
the cool. Is it still hot and heavy?
You know, we're not even seeing each other anymore. And, you know, he's a bus quick. You know what I'm saying?
Not
Like,
Sandy.
look, but you know, but let me tell you something. It's like, it wasn't that it wasn't good because it was good for that stint, but then he bust quick all the time. So I
That's
think
what she was saying before.
yes, like I'm consistent when I'm
She
saying
wasn't saying it before because he was
Yes,
there
she
with
was.
her. She didn't say that
No.
before.
She said that before.
Yeah,
She said
that
that
was
before.
vacation.
I remember. That was one of her pet peeves.
It was it wasn't her.
Wasn't it, Cassandra?
It wasn't
It
her.
was one of your pet peeves.
frustration. It was a frustration. It was a frustration. Okay, it was a frustration. And he apologized every time. It wasn't his intent. Like, well, I'm gonna get up in her and I'm gonna bust quick. Like, it wasn't intentional. You know, like, oh, let me bust quick today. Like, it wasn't.
Sandy, come on down to Savannah, October 29th. And we're gonna have some real stamina for you. Oh, I didn't mean to say that.
Oh, really?
All right, I'm gonna hit a new person up this time. I'm gonna hit a new person up this time. Shell, I heard you on. That's my big cousin, my older cousin. Oh, when I say old, I mean older cousin.
Wow.
What thing you gotta have, and what thing you what thing you're able to work with?
Shell is still on mute.
You there, Michelle?
I'm waiting to hear what Douglas got to say.
All right,
I can't wait to hear Douglas.
Moving on. Douglas, what about you? What's one thing you gotta have? One thing you can work with?
No comment.
What do you mean no comment?
Cooperation. I guess yeah, cooperation, agreeableness, willing to compromise, and what I'm willing to work with. If her lips look like roast beef, I can probably work with that.
If her lips look like
how does lips look like roast beef?
Come at you. Don't come at Harry. Come after you. What did you say?
What I just said.
We didn't
I
hear you.
didn't
What'd
hear
you
you.
say?
I didn't hear you. I need you to repeat
I
yourself.
said I could work with it if her lips look like roast beef sandwich, like a roast beef sandwich.
Her lips was like a roast beef sandwich.
Oh, he not talking. Oh,
Are you like a coochie?
Oh my God.
Right.
Only Douglas. Only Douglas. You know, and
so
like
do they have to show you that at first? So I mean,
a roast beef, open face roast beef. I don't know what coochie look like a goddamn roast beef sandwich, but go ahead.
It's bad.
They're out there.
wow. So
God.
you've seen these things, Douglas?
I don't know.
He's not. He's not lying.
Not lying.
Look,
Looking
roast
like
beef sandwich.
like
Yeah,
looking
make
like
me Google
Arby's.
roast beef sandwich.
Look,
I'm gonna
looking like
put the
Arby's.
screenshot up in there. A roast beef. 'Cause I
Don't put
don't
no screenshot.
understand.
Not no.
No, look like roast beef, looking like with horsey sauce on it. You know,
Like a bad sub. Look like a bad sub.
We clean our JJs. We clean our JJs, and I ain't never looked at my JJ and like that look like roast beef. That shit
I
don't even
tell
make
Yanni
sense.
Steam kids, they need that.
Miss Millie, what about you? What's the
I
thing
done
you got?
heard it all.
What's the thing you got to have? What's the thing you can work with?
I got to have a guy who can deal with me intimately because it takes a lot. So he got to be able to hang in there with me. That's a guy to have. And I can't deal with a guy that's so over jealous that I can almost, if I go somewhere, he calling me every 10 minutes.
What's a lot mean? What does that mean? What does a lot mean?
A lot mean when we're being intimate. If once he, as you could say, bust, he got to be ready to go again after.
Oh, you can't deal with my tolerance. He done busted and he just like, oh my gosh.
No, he gonna need some
right.
help.
I'm really sorry for you ladies. Oh my God.
Oh, I
It
don't
is
have that
bad.
problem. I say that's why it's a must have.
No, it's a problem for me. I'm this is an issue with me. This is like I could write a book.
Oh God, I'm
Wow.
sorry.
Not the
That's really
book.
sad.
She got that walk 6,000.
I don't know what the fuck it is. I'm
Farrah
sorry.
has her hand up.
Aquafina 15, you know.
Hush.
I don't know what it is.
Miss K, what about you? What you gotta have? What can you work with?
Got some hands up.
I'm gonna hit. I got Lakesha. Go ahead, Lakesha.
Okay. Oop. Sorry for the music in the background.
Not the music.
Yes, the lovely sirens of the city. For me, what I would prefer and what I would love to have as far as a character trait in the mate, number one is honesty. And what I could probably kind of manage if the person had, if their character trait also included them being greedy.
She said what now? Greedy. You said greedy?
Greedy. Yeah, greedy. If you're greedy, I can kind of work with that.
As long as it's with you, correct?
Sexually greedy?
Huh?
Do you mean sexually greedy?
It could be sexually greedy. It could be when you love to eat and you're greedy like that. I mean, I can work with those things. Like I can work with that. It's not that I wouldn't say that I want that, but if you had that trait.
Well, what if he had that trait that he needs, like his ego stroked all the goddamn time? Like he is just, you need to feed his ego. He is that greedy.
That's another. You
gotta be careful what you ask for, because you might get that.
But that's another trait that we're talking about. So I'm just sticking with the greedy. So if the person is greedy, that can go from left to right. You know, it can go either way. So if they're sexually greedy, I can work with that. I can, handle that. If you have a greedy appetite as far as in sports, I'm not heavy into sports, but I can work with that.
Exactly.
It wouldn't be a pet peeve for me, but that's a trait that you have, and I could try my best to work with that.
What about his ego greedy? What about his ego?
Okay, if the ego, that's a whole nother thing that we would have to talk. That's another topic. That's a whole nother topic. I mean, because
Okay.
a man's ego, I can't. I'm not going to touch that. I'm not going to touch it.
No, and that's probably wise, because that'll take us down a rabbit hole we don't need to go. Yeah. That could be another show. A show could be about egos. Think about that, Dr. Fab. Farrah, talk to me. What you got for me?
Okay, I'm gonna stay away from the ego. Or compromise. I could compromise on a lot of things, but my big thing is because I'm not trying to sound mean or anything. I don't do kids. So if you have a young child, as me as a woman, as a single mother who raised my children basically by myself, I don't want to have to do that again. So my kids, I have no young kids. All my children are out of the house. So if you have young children, I might be able to deal with you if they live with their mothers.
What about grandkids?
Yeah, grandkids is fine because they go home. They go
They
home.
live with you though.
No. They go home. They have parents of their own. I like quiet.
You know, these millennial kids, they're making these babies, they coming back home.
Yeah, no. Farrah don't do the kids. Farrah, that's
sis.
I don't, but I'm willing to compromise. If they're coming over for the summer, yeah, that's fine, because after September, they're going back to their parent. So I'm nice to kids. I'm not a mean person to children. And
he got kicked out of college. He dropped out of college. He coming back home. Yeah.
That's a grown kid? That's a grown male or female.
That's a grown. I'm talking about young children that I have to help rear. I'm not trying to raise anybody's babies.
Okay.
So
got it.
That's a hard line. So if they live with their other parent and they're with you on the weekends, that's fine. But I need to know that we're going to have our adult time and we're going to have our quiet time.
You got the grandkids for 6 months?
The hell?
Did you say 6 months?
Hey, believe you me, Farrah will have you there if you staying for 30 days. On day 29, she got your bags by the door. So just take that for what it is.
Probably iron. That way you'll have no excuse. She ready for you to go.
and she putting everything in that bag. Oh, even if it might be her own toothbrush, when she putting it in that bag, you ain't got no excuse to come back. Oh okay. Gosh. But go ahead.
The second thing is gaslighting. Don't try to gaslight me.
Oh yeah.
I'm smart. Don't gaslight me and then think that I'm not going to check you, because I will wind up temper, so I will wind up not physically chin checking you, but I will hurt your feelings. And yeah. So
now that must be a New York term, because I don't know what that means. Can you break that down for me? Gaslighting.
Yeah. Okay. When you when I say you're gaslighting me, is you're telling me something.
I'm going to put it in the. I'm going to put it in the box, Dr. Fab.
Thank you.
Okay, bring it on.
I thought you would have known what gaslighting is, baby.
Yeah, I don't know, because they said my sign gaslights. I'm an Aquarius. They be like, we gaslight. I don't even know what that means.
No,
that's what I'm asking. What
everybody knew what that is.
I know are very honest. They're brutally honest. So if that's gaslighting, I don't know.
The old movie about it, yeah.
Yeah, but
it went way too fast. I wouldn't say.
The long story short, gaslighting is making a person basically not think what they're thinking, trying to change their reality.
Oh, okay.
Trying to change their reality, saying, hey, I didn't say that. Yes,
okay, now that's the case. Like I know why Dr. Fabulous don't know that, because Dr. Fabulous don't take no mess off nobody like that. She don't. That's why you don't understand.
Okay.
That's why you don't understand, because you don't get the fact
never had that to happen.
Right. That's probably now I know why I was like, I know. Come on, you got your doctors. You in that school. You see them people do that stuff.
But that's
never seen it.
An example in real life is the last guy in office. He'd say something and then turn around and say he didn't say it.
Gotcha. I got you.
That's gaslighting. Hey, I want to thank everybody. One of the things that I would like to cover just before we close out, things that from things that I've observed, women must-haves are a guy got to be masculine. I don't mean he doesn't have to have a ton of machismo, but he has to be masculine. He has to be in his frame.
Mm-hmm.
He has to. Somebody said providing. Providing is not only money. Providing is not only money and protection. Y'all want men to profess y'all. The man that you with, you want him to, hey, this is my lady.
Exactly.
This is my lady. You mess with my lady, you messing with me. Not
That's what I was
possess.
talking about earlier. That's exactly what I was talking about earlier.
Yeah,
Design.
not possess, but profess. Guys really are relatively simple. We want you.
A priority. I feel like you need to put priority that we want to be a priority.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I'll go back. I'll go back to it, and that's why I said profess, because when
ding.
when you profess and you protect and you do all that stuff, that man's making you the priority. Because if you're not the priority, a man spends his energy where his priorities are. A woman will spend her money on you if she's really into you. If you're her priority, if she buys something for you and set her bag for herself, she in love with you. You ain't never getting rid of her. But a guy,
not to give up on the bag.
We're not giving up on the bag. Oh,
a guy is, he wants a feminine woman. He doesn't say not arguing, but just a woman who takes care of herself.
Mm-hmm.
Who can, if you go outside with a bonnet, out of all the men in here, none of us would say, yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good look. Your nails don't have to be painted all the time, but they got to be neat, a little neat, little taken care of. Take care of your feet.
Oh, I gotta say something, but sometimes you guys men, when you guys say these things, you guys speak as if you're speaking for all men. Because I've interacted with men that do like those feisty, dominant type of women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they
but,
like I like her to be feisty and like,
right.
They like that. You can't speak for all men.
Well, I can't speak for all men, just like nobody can speak for all women. But when I say men, I mean majority, over 50%. And if I say most, it's over 80%. I can't say all is a too encompassing thing, but the majority of men want a feminine woman. They want a cooperative woman. I would say submissive, but that's not the word. Because if a dude doesn't want a woman with masculine properties or too masculine, and I say that because when men get with men, there's always a low level of possible violence. So men
let me ask you this: which part of the country are you from? Where do you live?
Well, I live in Virginia, but I'm from the city.
For city of what?
The city, American city.
I mean, city, New York City, Chicago.
Yes.
Like, my thing is,
NYC,
like, I'm from Illinois, and people say city, they mean Chicago. So if you go to New York, you from New York, you from the
Chicago
Bronx.
is the second city.
Okay.
Don't get it twisted.
Okay, so
don't get it twisted. I love Chicago, but Chicago's the second city. The city, American city, is New York.
Okay.
So yes, and me being in the military, I've been all over the country.
Mm-hmm.
So I've talked to different types of people, different creeds, colors, been overseas, the whole nine. So what I'm saying is that guys don't, some guys do like the women with, and you know, some would say feistiness, but they want spiritness. They want to be able to. It gets that energy up. Some guys like that. Ain't nothing. I like peace.
A lot of New York dudes I know, they be liking that feisty shit. Those feisty ass women, they go hard. A lot of New York women, they do good, like Bronx and Brook. Yeah, they be going hard. Like
yeah,
that.
but them and right, because a lot of women up there be mad, be mad masculine. Be like, yo,
right. And then those dudes, they like that. They gravitate to that. That's what they understand.
But when they go away and they see other women, they realize that's, you know, trust me, I know.
But at the end of the day, still some femininity behind that. You know, it's one thing if you acting rough all the time, like 24 hours a day. Not men trying to deal with you ever.
Exactly. You talk about, let's have sex in our Timbs. Know what I mean?
Yeah, but if and you kind of rough around the edges outside in public, but when we get back home,
I think it's a pride thing too, because not all women, those type of women, they don't give their femininity just to anybody. So if she does give her femininity to that particular guy, that means different. Like I could use, because we don't know each other's friends, so I'm gonna use a celebrity. Like Remy Ma and Papoose. Remy Ma did some stint time in prison, but Papoose liked that energy, that roughness she had about her. But he was also privy to see a softer side of her. Not a lot of women show their softer side. So if she does show that to you, that means you're special to her. But otherwise, it is what it is. You're gonna get that fucking hardness.
Right.
But it still goes back to what you're saying. It's like we men want femininity at some point. You don't have to be feminine all the time, but you gotta at least display that sometime for the man you with.
And even if you walking down the street sometimes and somebody say something, you know, the typical thing is, I don't smile for nobody but my man. It's like that, but you expect men to be gentlemen, and that's all I'm saying. That's just what the majority of men want. A feminine woman, cooperative woman. Don't want to be arguing all the time. Arguments are healthy when talking things out and resolving issues. But it's not always good to come in every day. She worked, you work, you come home and y'all fighting over because he left his damn socks on the floor.
Pick the socks up.
No, I ain't gonna pick them up. I'll pick them up when I feel like it.
Where do y'all men think this comes from? Like, just be like, y'all have to deal with the world and everything that is on your neck. We have stuff too. And it's funny. It's funny how you made the joke about the Bronx and Brooklyn. And I could say, like, it's definitely in me to be like rough. But when we're soft and we're trying to show a man that feminine side, y'all snatch it sometimes. And then it make us go crazy. Like
they don't appreciate that shit. They don't appreciate it.
Thank you.
Like, you don't understand until you get like I could say, babe, because you go put this off and then it goes one ear out the other. Get that shit, put the shit up. You know,
okay,
then now you understand. Now you understand what I'm saying.
Go back to your soft side,
ladies.
But I gotta go hard so you understand.
Ladies, I understand. You have a valid point. Now,
no, Dr. Feelgood, and then y'all complain that women act like men because that's exactly what's happening now. The women have changed the game and they're moving like men. And then y'all saying, well, what happened to the women from back in the day? They tired.
Right. Now here's the deal though. Most of the guys that would allow you to be feminine and change and you know and give you what you want and allow you to live in your femininity, y'all don't want them.
No, but that's not necessarily.
No, they're invisible. No, I'm just saying, they're invisible.
You said allow. You said allow. No, let me come at you right now. Right now, you said allow. Let me tell you, the only reason why many women will exude a masculine persona is because we don't feel protected. That means we're on a defense.
Defense.
So let me tell you something. So when a woman feels protected, and respected, you are going to see that feminine side of her. So therefore, for every action, there is a reaction. So instead of trying to instead of trying to police another adult, especially a woman, on how to act, you should control as an individual how you react. When a person feels comfortable, you understand, no matter when a person feels comfortable, you know, a person feels comfortable, the energy, they feel comfortable. I feel safe around this person. I can put my guard down around this person. Now, exchange the word person for man and women. If I'm around this man, I feel protected. I feel like he has my back. I feel now I can be in the role that I want to be in. That's natural for me. But the moment I feel I'm not protected, if I feel I'm disrespected, if I feel I'm not wanted, you are going to see a fucking beast out of me.
Okay.
Go, girl.
Sandy,
Look
I
at
got
Anson.
you.
Anson got it.
I got you.
That beast.
Let me ask you a
Beast
question.
is coming.
All that is
Hey,
that's
Sandy,
bullshit because you can still be feminine and disagree. That beast mode is the masculine energy. That's what we're talking about. And y'all women are going to defend that because that's what you want to do. There's different ways. You don't have to come hard. You don't have to go beast mode.
No, because you don't understand that.
Because we talk about this all the
Douglas, as I
time.
said
So
that before.
if you're a
If
feminine woman,
I
be a
said,
feminine
could you
woman,
put your
not
cup in the
conditional.
sink? The cup does not go in the sink. It does not go into the sink until I go to fuck off. Put your motherfucking goddamn cup in the sink. Oh, now you want to step up. Now you understand what I said. I'm speaking a language that's universal.
Now,
Sandy, you're not in your place. You're not being a woman.
Now, I'm saying, Sandy,
you're being a bitch.
Like I said, we understand. We understand now. Now, here's a couple of questions that I would like to ask because you know we're getting close to the end, and I want to end on that halfway.
Wait a minute, Dr. Feelgood. I'm listening to Douglas. Now, Douglas, you use the B word extremely loosely. You said it on numerous occasions. So that goes to show me that that's just in your vocabulary toward a woman. I want you to rectify that before you come down here in October. Because if you get down here and call somebody that down here, you're going to see what one really is. So I want you to rectify that before you come down here, okay?
Hello, light in electrolytes.
Hey, first of all, that's my second time.
You say it so calmly, so loosely, like that's your terminology that you use.
If someone is acting like a bitch to me, I can call it out and I can say what I say. And if I come down there,
be ready for the repercussions. You know what? You can't police another grown person, but just be ready for that comeback. Just be ready for that comeback. That's all I gotta tell you.
I always say when a man call a lady that, he better know he got a mother or a sister.
Like bitches too. So if
and
I feel that's a hard word because if I call a man, that means that you're acting like a bitch and you're being a bitch. I don't use that word.
Go Anson.
Lightly.
So y'all done?
All right.
Y'all
Hey.
still want to bicker and fight because we all grow in this whole conversation. So we all adults. So, but every time someone get offended by something, everybody want to go off the handle and go on a little tangent.
I didn't hear no one going off. They said, you know, when you come out here, use that term, just be grown enough to handle the consequences of it. I'm cool with that.
I'm talking about before the B word. My hand been up for a long time, and for the whole time y'all been sitting there cackling, going back and forth, arguing about something that we all agree on this whole time.
I didn't see it as an argument.
We all been agreeing on this whole night. The whole reason I have my hand up is what have we been talking about the whole night? Building the perfect person for you. And we all have been talking about the same thing. Men and women talking about building the perfect man and the perfect woman. What I was going to point out is that we're all saying the same things, but as soon as one side gets offended by something, it's a big issue. Instead of going on, we're agreeing to the same things. We all want to be respected. We all want to be respected. We all are attracted to the same things, voice and smell and all that stuff. But we're talking about relationships in this whole form. But every single week, like I keep saying, every single week, is that we always bickering about something that's irrelevant to the subject matter. If we paying attention to what we're talking about, we all talk about the same things and we're all searching for the same things, but everyone gets caught up on their own issues. Like it don't relate to the same, it don't like
The
men don't
disconnect was
deal
with
with
the
wait,
masculinity.
wait,
It
wait,
was
wait,
like,
wait, let me finish. Men deal with the same things that y'all complain about week after week. Like I said before, is that we don't talk about it usually, like we discussed months ago. There's a lot of women that sit up here and do the same things that y'all complain about, but it don't never get brought up.
do
It
things
don't
like
never
what?
get like you talking about men disrespecting y'all and y'all got to bring that masculine energy. Why do you think these men disrespect women? Because women bring certain energy to the table to where
Someone
Wait,
what
this
has
is
you
to
the
want
be
is
chicken
acting
not.
before
like,
the
no, let me
egg or
say
the
something.
egg before
Somebody
chicken?
is,
What?
then it's
Wait
like,
a minute.
my thing is, if a man, show me how you want me to be treated. I told my father this today. My father has a temper. I have a temper just like him. I learned to control my temper, but he blasted off on me and I blasted back at him. He said, you need to do this. If you want me to do that, then show me what the fuck that looks like. And show me what that looks like. And I will mirror your energy. But if you cannot show me with your actions, how in the hell do you expect me to do it?
And you have a point there.
Just,
On that, we're
but
gonna
you just as
answer.
bad as the pot calling the kettle black.
Right.
So if you're gonna repeat the
Answer.
same thing back and forth, then you're doing the same thing you complain about. This is my
Exactly.
whole
So
point.
if this man is supposed to be the lead, if you are supposed to lead, show me what that lead looks like.
Okay.
I hear that.
Okay, now, hey, we got, like I said, it's towards the end of the show. We got a lot of spiritness. I mean, overall, I mean, y'all both had valid points. And Anson actually is right. And Sandy, you had your points are valid. Not saying that it doesn't happen, but my point on both sides is that, you know, we got to understand a lot of times we're talking at each other. We're not talking to each other. We want this, you know, the perfect person doesn't exist, and understand that. But the idea is that we can have open discussion without the ad hominem attacks, and neither one of y'all did that. I'm not saying that, but we gotta start learning to listen to understand versus listen to respond, because that's where stuff gets heated up. And this is upscale love now. This ain't down the block love or around the way love. It's upscale love. So we expect we expect higher levels of thought. Understand, you can agree to disagree, but let's not yell at each other. Let's understand what's being said and what's being put out. And on that note, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Fab. Go, Dr. Fab.
Well, I would like to say to everyone has a voice, everyone has an opinion. So at the very beginning of the show, that's what it is. This is only the opinions of the panelists. I will say to each and every one of you, don't let this be your last time, because you know what? If you don't communicate, if you can't get that fire started, then there is no energy. So sometimes it take a little spark to put a person where they need to be, and sometimes it takes silence to hear what the person is saying. So with all that being said, I'm going to invite you all to our Upscale Love Masquerade Ball, October 29th, here in Savannah, Georgia. Make it a beautiful weekend. The pre-sale tickets go off sale on August 26th, and they will increase. The tickets now per person is $55. After August 26th, they go up to $65 per person, and it goes up $10 each month until October. So with that being said, please, please, please come share the love, come have a good time, meet, greet, and be happy. So I'm turning it back over now to you, Dr. Feelgood, and you know what to do. Peace, how they say peace, love, and hair grease. Is that what they used to say? But my closing is smooches to you.
Good night, everybody. And remember, if you got questions or anything, Upscale Love for You, the number 4, the letter U at Gmail. We answer those emails, and we want to thank each every one of y'all for coming on. Also, I'm supposed to put a link in there, but I forgot which link it was.
It was for the mail. You put the lady in, but you didn't put the mail in.
Okay. I'll do that right now.
Oh, one moment.
The email is in the chat box. Like I said, I want to thank everybody for coming on. I want to thank everybody who's the first time. Don't let it be your last time. And those who come and continue to come. I want to say that we are October 29th. If you can make it, please. It's going to be a humdinger. And on that, I'll say.
And Sandy, we better see you next week, Thursday, girl. Come on back next Thursday. You on mute, Sandy. I can't hear you. You're on mute.
Okay, look, I'm saying that I got to make it make sense. I want y'all to come on my live group chats too. Okay. So we support each other. Okay, we got voices to support each other.
Send us the link.
Send the link. Send
us the link. Email. Put it in the chat right now.
Well,
can you put it in?
Yeah, it's not it's once a month though. It's a once a month thing. But okay. I'm gonna give you guys a link.
Listen. Go to Upscale Love for You in our group. Put it there, join, so we can see what's going on. We don't know.
I got you. I'm already in y'all group. I'm the Make It Make Sense. That's my thing that I started. But yeah, to try to make sense of the madness.
I like you, Sandy girl. I like you. I like you too, Douglas.
Okay, Doc, can I close this out?
Close this out. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Look for the show to come on in the next couple of days. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.